basketball Euro step and get to the rim like his dad could.
Okay.
So now he had to perfect other ways to make a name for himself, and shooting the basketball and playing defense is what's going to carry him.
Here's the other thing I loved about last night, because it's the first time I got to see him. It's almost like looking at a combine. The one thing I do love about the NFL combine, you get to see the best among the best.
Right.
How do they operate within the confines of the others who are vying for their same quarterback or receiver position, whatever. This is the first time I saw Bronny, and he blended beautifully.
Yeah.
He doesn't think he's better than them. He doesn't act like I'm too good for you.
Right.
He is one of the fellas.
Yeah.
And you could tell they really like him. And they were playing off him and playing with him, and they were very comfortable with him in ways that could go the other way because, you know, again, born with that proverbial silver spoon, you could have an attitude. Do you know who I am? Do you know who my father is?
I'm sure at some point in time in his career, he's encountered jealousy. Oh, you got this because of who your dad is. Oh, you think you're this because of who your dad is.
All right.
I'm sure that's happened. But as he understands that, and look, and I'm sure LeBron and Savannah sat him down and told him, bruh, everybody's not going to like you. You look around. Everybody ain't living like this, bruh.
No.
Everybody don't have the opportunities your dad has been able to provide for you.
He is a rich kid. He is a rich kid.
Yes.
He lives in Brentwood, and I know Brentwood, and it's
Skip, I'm more impressed when somebody that have a family that says, you know what, I got it, and I know I'm always going to be good, but I want to get it on my own. When I look at a Peyton Manning, man, how can you not? His dad was Archie Manning, and although he wasn't what Peyton became, but they had a nice life. He went to private schools his whole life.
He did.
But he's like, nah, Dad.
No, that's a good example.
I want Ken Griffey Jr. It was like Griffey Sr. played in the majors a long time.
He did.
Now, he wasn't making the money that Junior was, but he was still a professional. He was still a professional player. And professional players' kids have things. He said his dad had a Rolls Royce. His dad sat in the RV and watched him play baseball.
Correct.
So everybody's parents didn't have Rolls Royces and watched the kids play ball from an RV.
And Barry Bonds' father was Bobby, who played a whole lot of big league baseball. And Barry grew up privileged in San Francisco and went to Sarah High School, where Tom Brady went. And it's a private high school, and everybody there has some money. Okay.
You dug out, you have shoot around, Steph Curry.
There's another one. Okay. Still got to put in the work.
Still got to put it in.
All right. So I'm dealing with this, and I think you are too, in the context of we're interested because LeBron wants to play with his son. It's his dream almost coming true right before your very eyes. Well, to do so, the son has to hold up his end of the bargain. And it's a big end of the bargain to hold up because he's 18. We don't know where he's going to go. I'm going to address it in just a moment. For his 1 year, and it could you could be right, it could be 2 years in college, but he has 1 year before he would be eligible to play with LeBron someplace. Would it be with the Lakers? Would it be elsewhere? We don't know. But the point is, can he do this? And that's why we're evaluating him up against the McDonald's kids, because it's the first time you say, well, is he going to be qualified to play NBA basketball? Okay, so what do we see at Sierra Canyon this year? It's a good basketball school, and there's a lot of talent there. A lot has come through there, a lot of famous kids with famous fathers. Okay, so what did he do this year? He averaged for Sierra 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. To your point, Barbershop's going to say, seriously?
Exactly, yep.
Okay, 14, 6, and only 3 assists? His father is still the best passer in basketball. Does he have the passing gift? Well, he's a solid passer, but he's not his father, obviously. Okay, so that's not his strength. Okay, so they played that Notre Dame school in Sherman Oaks this year 4 times, led by Caleb Foster, who has been recruited as a point guard to go to Duke. Well, Bronny and company lost all 4 games to them. Okay, the Barbershop's going to spit that right back at you and say, seriously? And he's going to be in the NBA a year from now, 1 season from now? Okay, so then what did we see last night? Well, he held his own because he can shoot it. And you could see he could shoot it, and he plays unselfishly. most kids, like you want to see high school numbers, obviously, where he's averaging 30 points a game.
Exactly.
And you think LeBron's son could average 30, right?
Right.
No, he doesn't play that way.
No.
He doesn't play selfishly. He doesn't have a big ego about what he's doing.
Right.
But if you leave him open, as they did last night, he will sting you.
Right.
And again, that last three that we showed you, that came with 1 minute and 21 seconds left to put them up one. It's a clutch shot.
Yeah.
So he's made of some tough mental stuff.
Skip, he had 2 steals, 4 assists.
And he had 2 steals.
So he had a nice all-around game.
Okay. I did not like he had 2 fairly late turnovers where he tried something in the lane that just wasn't there on kind of semi-breaks. Okay. I'll give you that if you can shoot like he shot, because then you're good to go.
Right.
Okay. So now we get to the flashpoint at the end of the game. And this kid, Isaiah Collier, is the #1 recruit in the country out of the Atlanta. He's from Marietta, so it's right there in Atlanta.
Near me, yeah.
Okay. So he is a point guard. He's a 6'4" point guard, and he is committed to USC.
Right.
Okay. He said before the game, I spent the whole week or however long they've been in Houston, where the game was, recruiting guess who? Because there's only one unsigned kid, uncommitted kid, and that's LeBron James Jr. Okay, so he said, I've been trying to get him to come with me to USC. Well, wait a second, Isaiah, do you play the same position? I don't know. That sort of surprised me a little bit, but he wants, maybe Bronny's more combo. Maybe he can play some too.
I believe the point, he can play the 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he seemed like a shooter. Bronny, he's a shooter.
He's a shooter, but I think Isaiah's a shooter too. He's a spectacular passer, probably a more gifted passer than Bronny is. But if we can see what happened at the end of the game, Isaiah steps to the free throw line with the chance to win the game. And here he is. This is the #1 recruit in the country, and he leaves it short. And now you at least got to make one. And it's a little offline. I think that was yeah, okay. I thought he missed the other one the other way, but whatever. Okay, so the point is he misses both free throws.
He's 5 of 12 from the free throw.
Whew, that won't work.
That won't work.
Okay, that's a bad early sign.
Yeah.
All right, so now Bronny's team has a shot to tie. And I wanted Bronny to shoot the shot because I'm thinking, I think he could make this.
Yeah, it'd be a magic moment. He'd take the shot and make it.
Hey, it would be a magic moment. His father might faint or something. Okay, so the point is he comes down and true to his form and his self and his body language and lack of ego, he sets it up for the other Duke recruit. What's his name? Who took the shot at the end? Jared McCain. Jared McCain is signed with Duke. So here's the last play of the game. So Bronny says, okay, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to set you up here and let you shoot this. And it is a deep 3, and it missed pretty much everything. Okay, but that's the last shot from another big Duke recruit.
Right.
Okay, so there would have been a time if Coach K were still at Duke, I would think it'd just be a rubber stamp that LeBron would send his kid to Duke.
Probably so. And he said, Ohio State or Duke because he wanted to play with, with Coach K.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously LeBron grew up as a big Ohio State fan. He's a big Ohio State football fan, and now the odds are that the actual betting odds is that Bronny's going to go to Ohio State. We had LeVar Ball throw his 2 cents into the ring by saying, I think, this is yesterday, he said, if I'm LeBron, I send Bronny like my kid went to Australia because you get to play against pros, against grown men, and you are 24 hours basketball, and it makes you grow up a little faster.
Yes.
Well, it worked for LaMelo.
Right.
There's that G League Ignite where you can play for a year, or you can play that Scoot
Henderson.
Yeah, he's played 2 years of G League Ignite. And he'll be the, second pick, I think.
Draft.
Okay, so Bronny could go the G League route, or there's USC. And what I kept telling you about USC, it is right on the doorstep. And if LeBron is going to be a Laker next year, which I assume he is, at least it would give him access to be able to watch his kid play some games because you can get there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that made sense to me.
It does. It does. The question is, does he want the college experience by going to college and being on the college campus and doing things like a college kid?
Yep.
Because I think his dad really never got a chance to be a kid because it was basketball all the time because that was the way out. Yep. Bronny has at least had some high school experience because he's had things things that he never had to worry about that LeBron was worried about. Like the lights being on, food being on the table, things, being hungry at night. That's what his dad went through. Bronny never had to worry about that. Will never have to worry about that.
No.
So the question is that when he sits down and talks to his mom and dad and he tries to come to a conclusion, because at the end of the day, the decision is his, what are you looking for? Do you want somewhat of a college life? Because, you know, if you only play 1 year, Skip, college is over. And this is a business. This is you become a grown man. When you become a professional athlete, doesn't matter if you're 21 or you're 19.
Yeah.
You grown.
Yeah.
You grown.
Agreed. My biggest takeaway from last night is I do believe Bronny has a chance to play alongside his dad and be able to hold up that end of the bargain.
Yes, I believe he'll continue to get better at shooting the basketball. I'm not saying he's going to be Dame Lillard or Steph Curry, but I like what I saw last night with him shooting the basketball.
Yeah. He's got poise and he's got guts.
He certainly left an impression on a lot of people, guys, and he already has 3 NIL deals, even though he hasn't committed to college basketball or the G League or international play. All right. Ooh, tough night for me last night. Did the Warriors prove they still have the ability to repeat as NBA champions? And guys, I got to get you to weigh in on this Lamar Jackson situation. Why are there no interested teams? That's next here on Undisputed.